Hey?
Oh, hello.
Did you have a good night then?
Yeah. I'm a bit confused here. Should I know you?
We were talking the other night at the Union.
Oh, well, there's not much I actually remember about that night if I'm honest. Still recovering.
In a way you were telling me you wanted to be an actress or something?
An actress? No, I'm studying actuarial science.
Yes, I know. You told me. What's up with the fancy name for it though?
Actuarial science isn't acting. I want to become an actuary. You know, analyze the risks and uncertainty to do with financial problems.
Oh, that does not sound cool at all. Does that mean you know about the rate of interest? I borrowed some money recently and I got some letter saying something about my interest rate changing, but I haven't got a clue.
Oh yes, that's one of the first concepts we learnt. The rate of interest is basically a certain percentage of a sum of money that a lender charges to a borrower. You could see it as a reward for the lender for the use of their assets.
Oh? I thought that the rate of interest was how much you were interested in getting the loan. Come to think of it though, that does sound pretty weird. I never really listened to the man when he was talking over the loan with me. I was more interested in how I was going to spend the money. Maybe I should listen more.
Well, what is your rate now?
I think it's 10%.
Well, what that means is that you must pay 10% of the money you borrowed on top of the original amount that you borrowed. It is usually quoted annually, which means that you pay 10% each year of the amount that you owe. This will continue until all the money has been repaid.
Really? So I'm actually paying more than I expected?
Unfortunately, yes. The level of interest rate varies. The lender will have to consider certain factors before deciding on the rate. Factors such as the rate of inflation or how likely it is that you will get your money repaid back. The more risky the deal, the higher the rate of interest.
Oh, I see. So if your credit history is quite bad, you're more of a risk to a lender and hence they will want a higher interest rate.
Correct. You better make sure you don't get yourself in too much debt.
I'd try. You said risk of inflation. Does that mean my loan can inflate?
Well, inflation is the purchasing power of an amount of money deteriorating. You could think of it as a negative interest rate, which is why it can be risky. A nominal interest rate doesn't allow for this inflation effect. However, a real interest rate does. To calculate this real interest rate, you do 1 plus interest rate divided by 1 plus inflation rate and then minus this by 1. Pretty simple, really.
Sounds it. How about investment? Does the rate of interest work in the same way? I was thinking of investing some money.
Yes, it works in exactly the same way. Only you are receiving the interest and not the lender.
Is there any way to calculate how much you would get back from your investment then?
Yes. It all depends, however, on what type of interest it is though. Simple interest is a fixed percentage of the sum of money per year. Compound interest, on the other hand, is when the interest itself earns interest. Imagine you invested £10,000 with a rate of interest 10% or 0.1 and you want to calculate how much you will receive after 10 years. In simple terms, you would do £10,000 multiplied by 1 plus 10 times 0.1. In compound terms, you calculate £10,000 multiplied by 1 plus 0.1 to the power of 10. It's hard to explain, but the calculations are again pretty simple.
Oh, I see.
One more key aspect. It is important to define the unit of time with compound interest rates. If your annual rate is 10%, it does not mean your 6-monthly rate is 10%. You would need to do another calculation if you want to convert between what is called effective rates.
Oh no, not another calculation.
Indeed. You calculate 1 plus 0.1 and put this equal to 1 plus j to the power of 2 to find the interest rate j.
Why do you put 1 plus j to the power of 2?
It is because 1 year is equal to 2 segments of 6 months. Similarly, if you wanted the quarterly rate of interest, you would put 1 plus j to the power of 4.
Oh, I get it now, thank you. I feel quite smart having this knowledge now. Good luck becoming an actress.
It's an actuary.
Okay.